We're seeing a massive increase in solar adoption. Government Eskom actually recently published their updated numbers, and the uptake has been astronomical.
A lot of testing. My house was used as one of the guinea pigs. See what the products were capable of, what we could do, and then eventually we got to the part where we said, no, we can really, help change people's lives.
Hi everyone, I'm here at the Metrowatt opening of their store in Parkhurst. I'm with my guest here, David, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the company and all their future plans and why we're here today. David, thank you for having us here at your store today.
Lungile, great to be here. We're just grateful to be celebrating our store opening today. This is our first customer walk-in solar center that we got. It's right in the heart of Parkhurst on 4th Avenue, really accessible by clients. And I do want to invite clients or prospective clients looking at getting solar solutions to actually come talk to some of our consultants. We can, it's a really comfortable setup here. Customers can bring their questions. We can help them devise a plan, a strategy to get the most out of their solar system, and really just to enjoy the most benefits out of it.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the company, where you guys started, when was the company founded, and all of the nitty-gritty details?
Yeah, we actually started in the area about 2 years ago, doing our first installations. Since then we've expanded into Cape Town as well as the Garden Route area. As I said earlier, this is our first physical walk-in solar center, and so it's a bit something new that we are doing. And in terms of where we are going around this, we've got two primary offerings that we do for customers on the solar solutions. Firstly, we allow customers to rent systems. We do manage everything around the rental for the customer. So take care of, essentially while you're renting the system, you don't have to worry about anything. We're taking care of it end to end. We also sell systems outright to customers. They can choose to get support in that as well. So you get the same benefits as a rental, but in a model where you own it. And we're busy investing quite a lot of technology to make this management of these systems a lot more seamless for customers and easier to drive and get the most out of every day.
And when you look at South Africa, we've got this load shedding issue, and there's not enough energy and power for everyone. When you look at solar energy and how South Africans are adopting it, are you seeing an increase or a decrease?
We're seeing a massive increase in solar adoption. Government Eskom actually recently published their updated numbers, and the uptake has been astronomical. And we see more and more homes using that electricity. But I think what's important is, as we're generating more of our own electricity, we need to be conscious of the electricity is there when we are generating it. So it is time of day dependent and weather dependent. And as consumers of electricity in South Africa, we need to be ongoingly more aware of when we use power and how we use power.
Yeah.
Whether it's working around load shedding schedules or working around my solar schedules when my house is producing solar. And I think we're going to see a lot of that happening in the next few years as more and more homes are putting solar in.
And for anyone who's interested in investing in solar energy and solar power for their home or their business, what are some of the costs that they might be looking at?
I think the most affordable option to do it is essentially on a rental, and you could have a good starter system there from about 1,700 Rand a month, and that includes inverter, batteries, panels, installation, and everything. And that's generally enough for a small business or a small home, potentially like an apartment, and then it increases from there as your needs increase. What I do want to caution customers against is, there's an upfront cost of buying a system or rental cost, but then there's also a cost of if you're not getting the best value out of your system. Over the lifetime of that system, it might actually end up costing. You might end up missing a lot of costing you more because you're not getting the most out of it using electricity when it's available.
Yeah.
So customers should really focus on that aspect.
And I know the government put out a solar initiative where they give people money back if they invested in their own power.
Yes.
Have you seen people taking advantage of that initiative at all?
Yeah. That's an initiative where they give you up to 25% back of the panels that you bought as a tax rebate. We've seen a lot of interest from customers come there. It's for this financial year, this tax year. There's still one or two things waiting for clarification on, just from SARS and government, how to claim it, but a good opportunity for customers. We've even seen customers who put systems in a few years ago coming back and are adding panels to their systems because of these additional incentives and it being worthwhile.
And in terms of Metrowatt, I know we're in Parkhurst today. Do you guys see yourself expanding or opening another retail store in Johannesburg or maybe outside of Gauteng?
Yeah, I think outside of Gauteng is definitely on the cards. I think we want to be the community's smart solar partners. And one of the best ways we can do that is to get into the communities and collaborate with the communities, not only lighting up the homes, but also some of the other areas and common spaces around that.
And just for future reference, where would you want to see Metrowatt going in terms of the energy sector here in South Africa? Or do you see yourself going global?
Look, I think we want to be in every home in South Africa, and then there's obviously we'll look at opportunities as it arises. But for now, we focus on homes here. I think we've got a lot to solve in South Africa, and load shedding ultimately will be solved by a combination of government and private sector and homes working together at reducing the loads and managing and everybody contributing to solving it.
Thank you so much, David, for your time today. The store is amazing. Everything looks great, and I can't wait to see what you guys do in the future.
Yep. Thank you, Lungile.
And we continue here at the Metrowatt Solar Center in Parkhurst. We're here with the group CEO of Metrowatt, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about the company, where they come from, and where we're going with this whole store. So welcome to the show. Can you just tell us a little bit more about Metrowatt, where the company started and how it's been going so far?
Yeah, thanks very much. We've been involved in the telecommunications industry for the past 23 years. And over the last 10 years specifically, you can remember 10 years ago, we were all moaning about connectivity and how ADSL was pretty slow and things like that. And we were heavily involved in the fiber rollout throughout South Africa and solving that South African challenge. Now, South Africa's got some of the best connectivity in the world. And, when the energy crisis really started to hit us, we said, well, is there a way for us to solve this? So we had a bit of a look and said, like, can we help put up big power plants? And that was going to be challenging, and slow to get to market and those types of things. So we do commercial. We said, no, there's plenty of guys that are doing a good job in the commercial solar space, but there was nobody that was really scaling in the residential solar space, and it is hard, right? You're trying to now do thousands of installations and do it well. And also there was quite a negative view from people in terms of installing solar was expensive and didn't always work too well. So we said, can we solve these problems? And we did a hell of a lot of testing. My house was used as one of the guinea pigs, see what the products were capable of, what we could do. And eventually we got to the part where we said, no, we can really, help change people's lives. We can give them independence of Eskom and really scale a business out of it. And we also realize there's a lot of parallels to our telecommunication background. Because what we believe today, people are just trying to solve their load shedding challenges, but going forward, it's going to be a lot more important to connect these systems together and make sure we can have centralized control to actually help with the overall grid, stabilize the grid, and how do we feed back into the overall community.
And in terms of business partnerships, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the companies that you've partnered with?
So we've had a long-standing relationship with Huawei through the telecommunications side, and they were also in the commercial solar space. And we worked with them to develop a product suitable for the South African market for our specific requirements around load shedding. And it's great to have a partner like this. So we've been able to shorten the value chain. We take the stuff straight from Huawei, we ship in ourselves. There's no distribution channels and things like that, really inflating costs. And then we've really got a very robust company. Huawei is a global 250 company, so when you get a warranty from them, you really can rely on it. They're going to be there, and their product quality is good. And the R&D has been phenomenal. They've got 60,000 people in R&D. So when you need to get a change done, you can get that done and really move things forward.
And in terms of distribution of the solar or products that you have in the store, Are you guys looking to partner with maybe some small businesses in the future, or have you already started partnering with smaller businesses, smaller than Huawei?
I think absolutely there's a big ecosystem of needs, and Huawei doesn't meet every single solution. Things like smart switches and some of the monitoring devices we need in homes and things like that. So we're partnering there with some of the smaller manufacturers, but I think more importantly back home here in South Africa, we're partnering with small companies to be our installation fleet. So we work on the R&D, the product, how we make it all smart, connected to the cloud, and then we outsource the installation. So we train small businesses up on how to do it at our level of quality. We give them that playbook of exactly how we should be doing this, and we outsource all of that. So we're really stimulating.
Yeah.
I think we've already got 20 or 25 teams or crews, that are doing installations for us, which were teams and businesses that didn't exist
Yeah.
a year ago. So.
And in terms of the products that you make available to consumers and other businesses as well, can you just tell us a little bit more about the adoption that you've seen? Do you feel like people are really taking to solar energy, or do you feel like people are still a little bit skeptical?
I think most people are still buying it out of frustration right now. So, they just get so sick and tired of the load shedding, and then they make a knee jerk reaction. They purchase it. We'd like to try and get it to is where people are buying it to give themselves true independence of the grid and make a lifestyle change. So it's not just about spending money on solving load shedding. Realize that if you shift your power loads, if the system's installed properly, you can actually save money, and it doesn't necessarily be a huge additional cost or call it an additional tax on your life.
And recently there was a fire at Vodacom, and some people believe it was because of the solar panels. Have you seen any dangers or any accidents happen to people who have switched to solar energy?
There are certainly dangers. It's something we specifically made sure that our product is designed around. So one of the things that we've got is there's a device on every single panel that's called an optimizer that not only makes the panel more efficient, but it's got the ability to actually shut down the voltage. So if there's ever an issue, a short in a cable or anything like that, shuts down the voltage and takes away that fire risk. And then your next risk is the quality of the battery. And Huawei's batteries are absolutely the best quality batteries that you can get, which reduces the risk.
And going forward into the future, where would you like to see the company going? What is your vision for Metrowatt and the group as a whole?
We like to continue to expand, putting in solar into hundreds of thousands of homes is our aspirations. And once we get to that sort of scale, then it really helps us actually stabilize the grid and really be talking to the utility departments, city power and things like that. We can meet their needs, and we can actually help them meet their objectives. And then it also allows us to really push a lot back into the ecosystem, because you get that networking effect once you get data from a lot of systems. We've already got a big data platform collecting all this information. We've got AI models that are busy training, and then that AI becomes more and more effective with the more systems on, and it'll add more value back into the ecosystem.
And speaking of AI, because it is on everyone's mind, do you guys employ any AI in the products that you have?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and it's on multiple different levels. So there's some built into the actual inverters themselves, and those are some of the decisions that are being made, like around fire. So there's actually AI detection of faults and shorts that immediately shuts it down if that happens. But then we've also got AI models busy learning about people's patterns. So when do they heat their water? When do they need hot water? And how do we shift that? Can we shift when we heat their water to different times of the day without giving them a cold shower to make things more effective when the sunlight's burning, those types of things.
And just to round it off, can you just tell us maybe your favorite product, that because I know your house was a guinea pig before all of this happened. So can you tell us your favorite product and how you've seen it change your energy usage and the energy you have available in your home or business?
So I think it's got to be fit for purpose. So, for my house, the Huawei product was the right product to put in. I put in quite a lot of battery storage as well. So it means I really just don't have to worry about load shedding anymore. I can use whatever appliances I want and don't really have to change lifestyle too much, which has really been pretty nice.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been amazing, and the store looks great. We are still at the Metrowatt Solar Center, and you can catch us on ITWeb.